So over the past, I'd say 6 or so months, ever since I stopped uploading, I've been on a journey. I don't know why, Switch just flicked in me and I decided to start 100%ing, or as other people like to say, platinuming games. I have a PC, I use Steam, so I call it just 100%ing. I have been on this trail for a while. I've 100%ed about 18 games, and I'd like to go through kind of just all those games, give my single little opinions, kind of make this video as quick as possible, maybe give it just 1-minute reviews a game and just give what I liked about it, what I didn't like, and just go from there. If you guys like this video and you'd like to see more, please scroll down, hit that sub button for me. Thank you so much. Without further ado, let's start talking about some video games. I don't talk about video games much on this channel, and I've been very into gaming the past, like I said, 6 months to a year. And I really want to, express my love for games I've been playing a lot recently and have completed. But yeah, I have, like I said, 18 games that I picked. I'm gonna go from, I made a list, kind of games I liked the least and 2 games I liked the most. We'll start off at number 18, which is, the one I didn't like the most and one I definitely stick by that I didn't necessarily have fun with, and that was Crysis 3 Remastered. I'll play some gameplay while I'm talking at some point, but this game I played a lot of on my 360 back when I was like 14, 15, and that game at the time was fun. And playing it again, while the first couple hours were fun, I do think later on it got a little bit monotonous. I do think there are some things this game does well. I think the weapon customization is really good. I think the gunplay is really good. I think the overall set designs and gameplay is good. I just don't really care for the story. It's whatever, and 100%ing this game was a pain in the ass. There were some achievements that were completely up to RNG that I just had to pretty much just sit and pray for, which are achievements I definitely don't like. I like achievements that I can, are a struggle, but I know what I'm looking for and have a goal, whether just instead of just sitting around and waiting for one of the things I need to just drop. The one achievement I'm talking about is where you need to unlock every customization option for every gun, and the last one I needed was the bayonet, and I don't know how long I sat around replaying levels, killing enemies just for it to drop, because the weapon accessories on enemies are random. So it was really monotonous and lame. It was really lame. Overall, I think, like I said at the beginning, I think was fun, but later on I was just getting really fed up. So yeah, it is at the bottom of this list. It is the least fun I've had playing a game. It was fun, like I said, in the first couple hours. I really liked everything about it. It was a blast of the past from the 360. Overall, I think this game's okay. I wouldn't really recommend it if, it's just whatever to me. Now, the second to last one is Little Inferno. This game is very repetitive, very repetitive, and the ending is, there's one achievement I missed at the end that really pissed me off because there was something I needed to hold on to throughout the entire game that I had no idea. So I had to completely replay the 3-hour game where I just burned shit. Yeah, for an hour or two it is fun, but trying to 100% complete every single catalog and every single, I think there's 100, or there's like a shit ton of combos that I, just need to keep purchasing, and sometimes you run out of money, so you need to just burn shit for money, and it was really, again, like Crysis 3, monotonous, boring, and lame. The story, I know it's an indie game. It's an indie game, but it's a very popular indie game, and I just, it's fun for an hour or two, but after that, 100%ing this game, it was just kind of a task. I didn't really necessarily enjoy it. Why did I 100%, these games if I didn't really enjoy it? It's because, when I set my mind to something, I do it, and whenever I start a game, I usually have the idea of 100%ing it. It's just the idea I had, and it was fun. I mean, it was cool. It was visually, it's whatever. But I mean, yeah, this game is just whatever. I can't really say much about this game that that people can say. It's a whatever game. Now, 15. Now, I put this at the bottom of the list because I didn't necessarily achievement hunt this game. Over the 7-8 years I've played this game, the achievements have kind of just rolled in, and that's Terraria. I love Terraria to death. Terraria is one of my favorite games. Now, I put it at the bottom of the list because purely I'm just talking about achievement hunting when it comes to the achievement tasks. A lot of it I never necessarily went after. It kind of all just happened as I was playing the game, and, you know, having almost 800 hours into the game, you'd start to get all the achievements, and I did. So it's at the bottom of the list because it's just, I didn't really try. It kind of just happened. And yeah, I mean, I love Terraria, everything about it. I love modding the game. I love modding the game so much. The music is killer. I love the Terraria memes. They're really funny. But yeah, the music is killer. I love the community around Terraria. I love the developers around Terraria. Terraria 2 was supposed to be a thing that never happened, that I hated because it looked so good. But I digress. Terraria is just an amazing game that it's at the bottom of the list purely for achievement hunting, because I just didn't achievement hunt for it. Now, at number 14... Oh, whoops. Sorry. I mixed the bottom two. I mixed 15 and 16. Sorry. So I guess this will go just above Terraria, and that is South Park: The Fractured But Whole. For those that don't know, I am a huge South Park fan. I've seen this show from season 1, episode 1 to season 25, episode 8, twice. You know, I've seen all 400, I don't know how many episodes there are of this show. I've seen them twice, plus all of the specials a couple times, and all of the movies, or I guess the one movie, the one official movie, at least 2 or 3 times. It's one of my favorite TV shows of all time. It is a phenomenal, hilarious adult comedy that is so absolutely absurd and unapologetic in its humor, which is why I love it so much, and everything around it. The 2 creators, Matt and Trey, they are amazing human beings. I love their stories, how they took acid, wore dresses to an award show. I think it was so fucking funny. I think it was so funny. But this game, it just didn't really do it for me. I played this game pretty much right after playing the first South Park game, The Stick of Truth, which I will talk about later. This game just really didn't do it for me. I didn't really enjoy it too much. The combat was fun. The story was the comedy was It was this close to hitting the mark for me, and it just missed. The collectibles around this time were super easy. So I do gotta give it that. That's why it's not at the very bottom of the list. But the collectibles were easy, a lot easier than The Stick of Truth. Holy shit. I'll get to that later, but every achievement was fun. You know, you really didn't have to go after every achievement. The only ones I remember really having to chase after were all the Tweak and Craig yaoi pieces and unlocking all of the garages and shitting in everyone's toilet. It's pretty much as far as I went when it comes to actually hunting for certain things. But a lot of the other things, it kind of just came with time and just playing the game. But yeah, I mean, it's an amazing game I love so much. I just think some things needed to be, just bumped up in quality by 1 or 2. But in number 14, we have a game I got for like less than $3. I got it on cdkeys.com. For those that don't know, CD Keys is an amazing... I use it literally I bought like half of these games. Hell, like 75% of these games on CD Keys, they give insane deals on Steam Keys that is it is as official as it gets. They just sell Steam Keys for a great discount. So if you guys are interested for, finding Steam Keys, hell, they even sell some Xbox and PS4 or PS5, games on there as well, that for a great price. And I got SpongeBob The Cosmic Shake for like less than $3. And this game, I think I wrote a Steam review about it, but it's just another platformer that has a big title attached to it. Now, visually, this game is very nice. I really love the visuals for this game. The gameplay is, it's a kid's game. You can't really get any more complex than a kid's game. It was fun. I liked it. It was enjoyable. 100%ing this game was kind of tough. There was one achievement I had to go over a couple times because I just suck at stealth missions. But the environments were really nice. The set designs I really liked. Visually, like I said, it's a very pretty game. And gameplay-wise, combat-wise, it's super simple, but it's true to its roots and it's fun. it's a fun game. There's not much I can really say after that. It's a good game. Now, at number 13, we have Gris, a very story-driven game that has a beautiful message attached to it, and this game is short. I think I beat the game in 4 or 5 hours, 100%ing it in like less than 5 hours. A lot of it is just doing things in certain missions while you're already there that you can easily come across that you don't really need to hunt for, besides one thing I missed once, I believe. There were a couple things I didn't need to hunt for, but other than that, like, this game wasn't really that hard. Like I said, I loved the message this game portrayed, and visually, this is one of the prettiest games I've ever played. The art direction was, whoever did the art directing for this game deserves a dap up. Like, they deserve a hug, bro. This game is absolutely gorgeous. Apparently, the developers behind this game developed another game I can't necessarily remember, but is another game I'm definitely interested in that I would like to check out in the near future. But yeah, Gris is a good game. It really wasn't that bad. I quite enjoyed it. It's just, I can't really say too much about it because there really isn't much to it. It's a kind of game you kind of just have to play yourself and enjoy for what it's worth. And the music is insane as well. If I haven't mentioned, the music is crazy. It's actually bonkers how good the music is. It's great. But all around, achievement hunting really wasn't too bad. A lot of these games, 90% of the games, I'm going to say, I loved. I really liked. So it was really hard to rank. I just, went off pure enjoyability. When it comes to achievement hunting, and Gris really wasn't that hard. So it was, it's really not much to say about it. So it's near the bottom of the list. Now, number 12, we have, people are going to hate me for this at being so low, but that is Spider-Man Remastered. So this game took me just a little under 60 hours to 100%, and this game was fucking annoying to 100%. The story is good. The web swinging is oh so satisfying. 100%ing this game was kind of just really repetitive. I hate the kind of games. Well, I mean, I don't hate, but I sometimes, if done wrong, I don't like games that make you do the same thing over and over and over again. So with Spider-Man, there were bases you had to raid, there were stealth missions that you had to do, there were combat trials, there were specific DLC achievements that you needed to do. Every DLC, all 4 DLCs had achievements to it, so I had to play those as well. That's why it took me so long as well. The stealth missions, I couldn't fucking stand playing as MJ. It's whatever, dude. But overall, and the difficulty wise, it wasn't too hard. There was a time where I genuinely got angry at one point because this bullshit enemy and this bullshit achievement I needed to get really threw me off the edge. But I digress. This game is just okay. I think its predecessor did everything just 10 times better, in my opinion, and just took everything to the next level. And I'm going to talk about the other game in a minute because I think that game was a lot more fun and a lot more rewarding than the remaster. But yeah, still, I enjoyed the game. I thought it was fun. I like Spider-Man, and I'm very excited for Spider-Man 2 to come to PC. Or sorry, it already is out on PC. I can't wait to get it and 100% that one because that game is good. It just takes both of the previous Spider-Man games and just makes it even better. So yeah, the remaster I can't really say too much about because, I mean, I really wasn't the biggest fan of it. It was pretty monotonous and repetitive sometimes that, grinded my gears just a tad. But in number 11, we have Titanfall 2. I love Titanfall. I remember getting Titanfall on my Xbox 360, God knows how long ago, like 10 years ago. I remember a long time ago buying Titanfall 2 and playing just a little bit of it, and at the time not being really into it because I think at the time there were a lot of hackers on it and the game was very unplayable. I had to hold off, but now playing through the campaign, I mean, the campaign is legendary. This campaign is amazing. Difficulty-wise, it's not that hard. The collectibles really weren't that hard. Being able to go back to certain missions and getting the certain collectible and just leaving made it so much simpler, and everything else was just kind of there, like you kind of just got the achievements as you were playing the game. None of it was really all too hard to get. Obviously, the helmets were harder to get, or at least you kind of had to search for a little bit. My dumbass had to look up a couple tutorials on how to find certain helmets because I couldn't wrap my head around certain shit. But like, I digress. This game is good. I do love the multiplayer. I think the multiplayer is very fun, but overall I think this game is just okay. I mean, sorry, I think the campaign is very good. Just achievement hunting this game was okay. Next, we have Eastward, a game by Cuttlefish. For those that don't know, I believe they made a couple other games. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I'm a big fan of Cuttlefish and their games. No, they made Starbound, I'm pretty sure, is what another very popular game they made. And Eastward is a good game. I love the visuals to this game. It is a very visually pleasing game to look at, and story-wise, I loved the story. I thought it was very good. The one thing that grinds my gears that really pissed me off about this game were the achievements. The collectible achievements were a pain. I was missing one chest for hours. I genuinely couldn't find it. Having to play, what's it called, Earthward? It's a portrayal of Earthbound that's on the SNES. That is kind of just their version of Earthbound in their world. That's I mean, I didn't like. I hated it. I didn't have fun whatsoever playing that game, and I had to play it twice, and it was hard, man. I struggled. I don't know why I struggled so much, but I struggled. I struggled hard. So that kind of tainted my taste in this game. I loved this game. I think playing this game for the first time, I loved the story. Like I said, I loved the characters. I think the main girl is adorable. All around, I just think this game is really fun. It's when the achievement hunting was just a pain in my ass. Oh, I got really upset for a while, especially playing Earthward or whatever the hell that game's called. Yeah, I loved this game, but at the same time, it just has a bad taste in my mouth. Right above it at number 9, we have the first game I ever 100%ed, and that was Loodle Knot. Loodle Knot is a very cute, adorable little indie game about just reviving a coral reef and bringing its nature and color back and reviving its inhabitants and raising more loodles is what they call it, which are the little creatures, the little fishies that swim, and kind of just reviving this ecosystem is the word I'm looking for, and bringing it back to where it was and getting rid of all the oogie googie garbage and the sludge and sluck and just nasty shit, and just reviving it to what it once was. And this game is really fun. It was addicting. I really did enjoy it. It is so satisfying having to breed certain Loodle Knots, or not breeding, but feeding them certain foods and them evolving into certain different Loodles that you needed for your Loodle decks. You know, I don't know the official name for it, but it's pretty much just the Pokedex for Loodles. But yeah, this game was really good. Graphically, this game is very, very pretty. I do think it does have its charm. I'm just a big fan of indie games, and this one definitely scratched the itch for me and what started my achievement collecting journey that I just had so much fun with. So I think it being smack dab in the middle is a good place for it to be. And it was just a lot of fun. Achievement hunting really wasn't that hard. There was one achievement I had to sit around just for a couple minutes for, and that was having to fully populate every single area to its max inhabitants, which again didn't take me that long, but you know, it was still a blast to play. And again, this game was just a lot of fun. If you're looking for a super cheap indie game, I got this for less than $1 on CD Keys. So if you're interested in this game and you'd like to play it, please, by all means, go there and buy it, because it's worth the time and the money, or the 69 cents I paid for it or whatever. But right above that, we have another indie game, Little Kitty Big City. This game is fucking adorable. This game was cute as hell. Having the little kitty dress up in certain costumes or hat pieces, I guess you could say, is absolutely adorable and the cutest shit I've ever seen. All around, I think this game is adorable. I think collecting was super easy. I didn't have to necessarily hunt for everything. For anything, I just stumbled upon everything that I needed and was just a blast to play. It's 22 minutes in, so I'm gonna go a little bit faster. At number 7, we have Spider-Man Miles Morales. Like I said, I think everything Spider-Man Remastered did, this game did just 10 times better. It was a quarter of the length. It was so much more action-packed, at least in my opinion, and I loved the main character a lot more. I'm a huge Miles fan. I'm a bigger Miles fan than I am a Peter fan. I still love Peter, but I love Miles more and his story, especially with, you know, Miles Morales game, the 2 Spider-Verse movies, and, you know, just everything surrounding Miles the past 5 years has been amazing. It's been an absolute treat. He's become one of my favorite Marvel characters, period. And this game was no different. Collectibles were a lot easier to get, were a lot more fun. You know, the areas weren't as jam-packed with a lot of shit to do, and it didn't feel all too monotonous. There were a couple achievements, again, I struggled with that I didn't really mind too much because I got them over with quick, And all around, I just think this game's a lot of fun. Now, going back to South Park, at number 6, we have South Park: The Stick of Truth. I think this game is amazing. I fucking love this game. This game was absolutely phenomenal. I think this is the best South Park game, hands down. I have yet to try Snow Day, but that has pretty poor reviews, sadly. This game is amazing. I loved the story a lot more. The humor was just a lot more fitting for what I think of South Park and the kind of humor I like. I love the absurdity. I love the absurd humor of South Park, you know, having to go and fight zombie Nazis and little fetus Nazis, you know, and homeless, you know, people, and fighting just a bunch of shit, getting anal probed by the very infamous aliens. And this game just did all of that, and the execution was perfect. This game, I've already played this game before, like I think twice, and it kills me every time I play it. It's just a phenomenal game. I love it so much. It is so funny. It is so fun. The achievements were a pain in the ass. I had to collect one of every single item in the game. Missables, weapon items, clothing, things that dropped from enemies, like everything. So I had a hard time with that achievement, especially. I missed one missable. I like 75% of the way through the game. I didn't save it. I didn't say, because I didn't know there was a collectible there until after doing research. It really pissed me off. But other than that, I think this game is phenomenal. I think it does the buddy system very well. I think the overall atmosphere is just a lot better than the Fractured Butthole. I love the comedy a lot more. The comedy in the Fractured Butthole just felt more like insults, you know, like, you know, slinging curse words around and stuff like that. It didn't really feel like the humor was really there. It was just kind of, you know, shit talking humor, which I don't really find that funny a lot of the time. So this game just really didn't, that game didn't really do it for me. But the Stick of Truth, man, mwah, French kiss. I love this game so much. At number 5, we have a game that took me a little bit to get into, that I really wasn't the biggest fan of at first, but a game I've come to absolutely love, and that is Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. This game is killer. This game is killer. Everyone compares it to Jet Set Radio, which I completely agree with. If you're a big fan of Jet Set Radio and want something more modern and has that certain charm a lot of games don't have nowadays, go play Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. The music, oh my god, the music is phenomenal. The collectibles were a lot of fun to collect. Getting different skateboard variants and unlocking different people to play was a lot of fun. The one thing that, you know, I had to get the hang of were the score achievements. So for those that don't know, to play the game, you have to, you know, grind on rails, wall ride, you know, do tricks in midair and stuff like that. And to get some of the achievements, you had to score a certain amount of points in a certain area. And the bigger the area, the more points you had to score. And, you know, it didn't take me long because I followed a certain path that I, you know, kind of predetermined as I was playing the level before having to do said achievement. So it wasn't too hard, but it was just pretty time consuming. But nonetheless, I think this game was so much fun. You can get into such a groove playing this game and get into such a vibe while playing this game that you kind of just start rolling. You start hitting tricks left and right. You start hitting your corners right. You start hitting your wall rides right. You just start hitting everything perfectly. And this game is so unbelievably satisfying to play because of that. But yeah, Bomb Rush Cyberpunk is a phenomenal game. Oh, is it good? I love it so much. This game's amazing. It was one that definitely surprised me, that I've had my eye on for a long time, that I didn't, like I said, I didn't really exactly like at the beginning because I wanted, I guess, the tricks to be a little bit more complex. But as you unlocked certain play styles and different characters, you got to kind of mix up your play style a little bit more. And the different kind of, I guess, mobility you have skates, you have your skateboard, obviously, and you have your BMX bike. I played the BMX bike. I loved the BMX bike. I loved that thing ever since I had it. I've played with it. The second I equipped it, I didn't take it off. I loved the BMX bike. It was just the best one and the most satisfying one for me. But yeah, all around, this game was a blast to play. Seriously, a blast. Now, at number 4, at number 4, I can't read, we have Turbo Overkill. Now, I'm gonna say this: if you like Doom, you're gonna love Turbo Overkill. If you love Doom and you love Ultra Kill, this is your, I'm surprised you haven't played this game yet already. This game is phenomenal. I loved this game. The toilet humor this game had, the absurd kind of level style and the character designs, the absurd gameplay and the satisfying gameplay. It's kind of like Bomb Rush Cyberpunk, where you can get into such a rhythm and you just get into such a rhythm and you just start hitting everything. You start killing many people. You start weapon switching like it's a natural instinct. You start shooting shit left to right. You start dodging bullets like it's nobody's business. You start propelling yourself midair like you're some kind of fucking rocket jumper, bruh. This game is perfect. I loved this game. I loved the polygon style graphics this game had, and all around I just think this game was so fun. 2 or 3 of the achievements did have me struggle a little bit. There was one achievement where I couldn't get hit at all, which luckily I was able to cheese. I had to play the game twice, I believe, which, you know, I don't mind, because, I mean, I've already played this game 3 or 4 times, so I had no issues. But I digress. This game was amazing. So much fun. It is on CD keys for like $6 Canadian. All the prices I've said are in Canadian dollars, by the way. All around, I think this game's amazing. You can get it for dirt cheap. It did just come out on consoles, so if you're interested at all, please go check them out. I love Turbo Overkill so goddamn much. It is such a fun game. Now, at number 3, the top 3, this game I just 100%ed like a week ago or a week and a half ago, and it is one of my favorite games I've played in a very long time, and my first game from this developer or this publishing studio, and that is Armored Core 6 Fires a Rubicon. Yes, this is my very first FromSoft game, and, you know, hearing the word FromSoft, you'd think this game would be, you know, as diabolically hard as Elden Ring, Dark Souls, Bloodborne, you know, and all that stuff, but this game is very much on the easier side. I didn't struggle too hard. There were only a handful of bosses that I really struggled with that I had to seriously focus and try hard on. But other than that, this game is a fucking blast. The soundtrack is the unsung hero of this game. It is majestic. It is beautiful. It really gets you fucking, you know, head banging. It fits the vibe. All around this game is amazing. I believe the weapon customization and the just all-around mech customizations is 10 out of 10. Being able to customize the colors of specific pieces of your armor and weapons. You know, of course, I had to go for my goat Char Aznable's Sazabi setup. I had to, after seeing the legs, I knew what I had to do and make a mech based on my goat and my favorite Gundam of all time. This game, like, is just, I gave it a 9.5, I believe. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you'll get updates of whenever I 100% a game and my rankings and stuff like that. This game was damn near perfect. You need to play the game 3 times to understand the story completely. It's one of those games, as you play, you know, as you play more of the ways through the game, you unlock different options and different endings. So it really definitely helped with the replayability, which honestly I didn't mind whatsoever. I actually enjoyed replaying this game more than once. I don't know why. It is very rare for me to do that, or for me to say that, sorry, that I loved replaying this game, because I don't replay games back to back to back, but this game was so much fun. The one hard achievement was getting S rank in every single mission. Now, thankfully, I did it along the way. After I finished my first playthrough, as I was playing my second playthrough, I was also doing the replays to S rank it, so I didn't have to go through them all in one shot and break my monitor. So S ranking this game was honestly pretty easy. A lot of it I did struggle with, but a lot of the boss fights were super forgiving on their S ranks, you know, and using up all my repairs and my ammos and stuff like that. You think I'd get like a S or like a C. I was getting S tiers just because of how fast I was going through them. And, you know, for some missions, you know, time matters more than your repair cost or ammo cost, and sometimes repair cost and ammo cost is worth more than, you know, your time costs. But all around, I think this game is phenomenal. I love this game so unbelievably much. And there goes my phone. That I think every fan of mechas and Gundams should play. So my camera is going to die soon, so I'm going to go through my 2-in-1 pretty fast. Number 2, number 1 and 2 are tied, to be honest. Number 2 is The Last of Us Part 1. The graphics upgrade this game had is absolutely insane. The difference from the PS3 version, or at least the PS4 remaster, compared to the PC and PS5, I guess you can consider this a remake. It was 10 times better. It is such a beautiful game. It is absolutely gorgeous in every single way. I'm so excited for part 2 to come out on PC and consoles in the near future. I don't know if part 2 is already out on consoles, but it is coming out soonish on PC. Oh no, part 2 is coming out on PC soon-ish, I believe. I can't remember if it was March or April, but it is coming out very soon, which is something I am very, very, very excited for. I've played this game like 4 times. I remember watching PewDiePie play this when the game came out, and watching that playthrough 4 or 5 times. This was, and probably still is, in my top 3 favorite games of all time, period. Just period. Like, not like achievement hunting games, like just games, period. The relationship between Joel and Ellie is 10 out of 10. The gameplay is amazing. The stealth I actually didn't mind. It was very rewarding to get stealth kills, and you know, even going all out sometimes, going out with a bang sometimes, was super satisfying. But yeah, all around I think this game is just a 10 out of 10. Visually, storytelling, the graphics, and it's just all around I think a 10 out of 10 for me. And my number 1 is Batman Arkham Asylum. I've been playing this game ever since I borrowed it from my cousins like 10 years ago. This game has been like a huge part of my life, and being able to 100% it on my PC and it being there for the rest of eternity it touches a place in my heart. This game is very near and dear to my heart, and probably, I have to say, probably my favorite game of all time. This game is absolutely amazing. Semi-linear story, the story is linear, but the world being semi-linear, to where you had to go to specific places to start missions and you had to follow a path, but being able to branch off to different sectors and being able to revisit those sections after having to complete the game to 100% achievement, it was so much fun. This game I would play 100 times over if needed, and I would do it with a smile on my face. It's my favorite game of all time, and I don't think it will ever be topped anytime soon. But yeah, I mean, these are just kind of like little reviews. Maybe in the future I'll go over every single game, or at least a couple of the games I really want to talk about. That's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys are playing currently, and if there are any games out there that you have 100%ed that you would like to talk about, please let me know down in the comment section below. I love you guys. I'll see you on the next video. Peace, take care. I promise the manga videos are coming soon. Don't worry.